How's it going? This is Shane Thomas, ready to show you another country classic on acoustic guitar. This time, this video, we are going to learn The River by Garth Brooks. A wonderful song with a positive, uplifting message and very easy to play on the guitar, and just a really good song. And so it's my pleasure to show you how to play it. Came out in 1990, it was recorded in 1991, released in 1992. It was written by Garth Brooks and Victoria Shaw. Victoria Shaw is a very talented, successful songwriter. She had a hand in writing I Love the Way You Love Me by John Michael Montgomery. Can't wait to make a guitar tutorial about that song. I love that song. And Too Busy Being in Love by Doug Stone. So if y'all remember those songs, you can thank Miss Shaw for writing those. And Garth Brooks, of course, we all know Garth Brooks and what he accomplished and still is accomplishing. So this song, The River, was on the Ropin the Wind album, and it was a big hit, just like most songs Garth Brooks puts out. Another, if you want to know an interesting tidbit about this song, the harmony vocals, there's a lady named Trisha Yearwood singing harmony vocals on this song. Who would have known decades later that Garth and Trisha would be one of the country music's power couples. It is in the key of D. Shouldn't take us too long. The tempo is nice and laid back. And just a few chords to learn, and just several sections that we have to learn. The intro, the verses, the chorus, of course, the well-known chorus. There's a bridge, and then there's a key change. And you don't have to do the key change like I always say in the videos that involve songs with key changes. It's totally up to you if you want to learn the key change. It's just, if you want to mimic the record, that's how I'm going to show you how to play it. All right, so the first chord is D major. Check out those chord diagrams if you need help knowing where to put your fingers. Well, I'll tell you what, let's learn the intro. The intro doesn't start in D, it starts in G, believe it or not. If you all remember the song and the way it's played on the record, it's kind of dun, dun, dun. So that's a G, actually. And it's good to learn the G because we are going to use it throughout the song. So, but technically speaking, the song's in the key of D, but we'll get to that. So G, let's start with that one first and learn that one. G is 3rd fret, 6th string. On the 5th string, press down on the 5th fret, 2nd string. Play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string open, and play the 3rd fret of the 1st string, right there. Strum all 6 strings. Now, after we got the G, to A. So basically, the A chord is the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string on the 2nd fret. And you can press 3 different strings down or just with one finger. Play 5th string on down. So far we got dun, dun, dun. That's G and A. A, G. A, G. Then you go to A. And see how that kind of sets it up? Goes from that A to G. Or A to D, excuse me. And from then we're going to start singing the chorus. So, or the verses, excuse me. So, the intro is simply G, A, G. You just go back and forth between G and A a few times. And then eventually, when you're on that A, you go to D major. And D major is 2nd fret, 1st string. Put your middle finger there. Skip a string, put your 1st finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Then in between those on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, press down with with that ring finger. And strum down, 4th string on down when you're playing the D major chord. All right, so now we're at the point where we can start singing. Now before we start learning the verses, I just kind of know that's called a sustained 2, D sustained 2. Simply, all that is, if you can, remember how we played the D with the middle finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret. Just simply take it off. You hear that a lot in that song. That's just open to that F sharp on that string, that 2nd fret on the 1st string. So you hear that a lot. So when I say play a D sustained 2, that means we're just using 2 fingers. Well, we're playing the D chord without the middle finger. That's the easier way to say it. All right, let's learn the verse. So that's the D chord, right? You know a dream is like a river. See that just sustain to D? You know a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. So G to D, right? So know a dream is like a river. Play that sustain to D. To ever changing as it flows. G to D. And now, and we're going to go back to the G, a new chord. Sort of. This is the D major chord that we already know, that we just learned. Put your thumb, if possible, on that F sharp bass note. So that's a D with the F sharp in the bass. And you see this a lot in Garth Brooks, a lot of Garth Brooks songs. I just did a video with Better Man by Clint Black. Same kind of chord progression. So D with that F sharp in the bass. Then you go to E minor. E minor is very easy to play. Basically on your 5th and 4th string, 2nd fret, press down. You can use 1 finger too if that's easier for you. But so basically 6th string open, 2nd fret, 4th and 5th string, press down. Everything else is open. So let's get it up to speed and play what we got so far. D. You know a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. G to A. And a dreamer's just a vessel. E minor must follow where it goes. A. And we know the A from the intro, so that we shouldn't have any problem there. So these are fairly easy chords. Then you just kind of repeat that. Trying to learn from what's behind it. D. Now here's a new chord. Never knowing. So on the word knowing, you want to use a B minor chord. B minor, kind of like a bar chord, I guess you would call it. Put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret, on the 5th string on down. So all these 5 strings, 2nd fret, put that 1st finger. Put your middle finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Ring finger, pinky on the 3rd and 4th strings. So I think I said that right. Hopefully I said the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Then pinky and ring finger on the 3rd and 4th strings, 4th fret. So we got never knowing what's in store. G. Makes each day a constant battle, just to stay between the shores. So that section, or that little part, so after the word knowing what's in store. G. Back to D. Makes each day a constant battle, to A. Just to stay between the shores. That's your first verse. And now let's learn the chorus. All right, now that we learned the intro and the first verse to The River by Garth Brooks, let's learn that well-known chorus that everybody sings along to, that plenty of people know it, and just get you in a good mood and optimistic about life, very motivating. And I will sail my vessel. So D, and then on vessel you can, if you wanted to, do that D sustained 2, which is basically taking my middle finger off the D and then putting it back on. So here we go. And I will sail my vessel till the river G runs dry. Back to D. Like a bird upon the wind. G to D with that F sharp in the bass. These waters are my sky. So E minor to A. Reach my destination if I never try. G. So D to G. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. So I simply, let's recap the chorus. D, and just stay on D. Sail my vessel till the river runs dry. G to D, like a bird upon the wind. G to D, these waters, well, you could put the F sharp right there on the wind. Like a bird upon the wind. These waters. And then on the word waters, E minor. All my sky to A, E minor to A. I'll never reach my destination, D, if I never try. So G. And I will sail my vessel, D to A, till the river runs dry. And that's how you play the choruses. And then we just simply move to the second verse. Second verse, another positive message that runs throughout this song. And it's just the same chords. So too many times, D to D sustain. Let the water slip away, G to D, till we put off till tomorrow. That's with that F sharp in the bass. And now becomes E minor today. So don't sit upon the shoreline, D. Now don't forget that B minor. You use it sparingly. And say you're satisfied. So B minor, say you're satisfied. G, back to D. Choose to chance the rapids. D to A, dare to dance the tides. And I will, repeat that chorus, sail my vessel till the river runs dry. G to D, like a bird upon the wind. D with that F sharp in the bass. These waters are my sky, I'll never reach my destination. D to G, if I never try. G, and I will sail my vessel, D to A, till the river runs dry. Now we got a bridge in this song. A bridge is that part of the song that's like nothing else in the song, right? It basically bridges the music to another thing. Just think of it like that. It's different than the verses. It's different than the choruses. And typically bridges don't last long. So meaning they're just a few lines, right? So in this case, the bridge is going to take us from the chorus to the key change, which is the final chorus. So I'll explain that too. But let's learn the bridge first. That's there's bound to be rough waters part. There's bound to be rough waters. So B minor, there's bound to be rough waters to G. And I know I'll take some falls, D and G, down to E minor, but with the good Lord as my captain. So E minor to D with that F sharp in the bass. Garth Brooks does this a lot with his songs. He loves this chord, I think, with the D with that F sharp. The good Lord as my captain, I can make it G2 through it all, through them all, A. So let's repeat that bridge real quick. And there's bound to be rough waters, B minor to G, and I know I'll take some falls, D to G, but with the good Lord as my, so this time you're going to walk up, E minor, D with the F sharp, G, make it through them all to A. So one part of the song we walked it down from G to D with the F sharp in the bass, E minor, A. When the bridge, they kind of reverse it. So see how it ascends in notes? We go from E, F sharp, G, and then in the verses we were going G, F sharp, E minor, or E. No, I think that's pretty cool. So real quick, let's recap the bridge. And there's bound to be rough waters, B minor to G, and I know I'll take some falls, D to G. But with the good Lord, E minor, D, F sharp in the bass, make it through G, them all. Now, remember I said the bridge acts as a part of the song that's unlike any other, and it creates this bridge from the chorus to the new chorus in a new key. The song basically, it's an a cappella, and it's got the choir in there singing along, so they don't really even play any strum along or play any instruments. And here's the part I'm talking about. Let's walk it up though. Good Lord as my captain, can make it through them all, and I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. That part, right? And they're not even playing. But if you want to play the chords, they go one whole step up. If for those that know your alphabet out there, if we were in the key of D, what's the next letter after D? E. So we move up one whole step. And I will sail my vessel. So E. Real quick, if you want to learn, if you do the key change and you want to learn the chords to the key change, simply E major, which is put your first finger on the third string, first fret, second, third fingers go on the fourth and fifth string of the second fret, strum all the strings. I will sail my vessel to A, which we know, till the river runs dry, back to E, like a bird upon the wind. These waters, F sharp minor right here, F sharp minor, second string, just like we did the B minor. Put it, but this time you're playing the sixth string too, so put your finger on all six strings, skip a fret, press down with your ring finger and your pinky on the fourth and fifth string, fourth fret. And that's F sharp. These waters are my sky. So B, this is a B major chord. So you just simply go from that F sharp. And again, check out those chord diagrams if it gets a little confusing. I think they'll help you out a lot. So basically from the F sharp minor, we just go down to the B major, which you keep that first finger pretty much the same as you did when you played the F sharp minor. But we just want to play the second, third, and fourth strings on the fourth fret. And make sure that fifth string, second fret, rings out, because that's the B root note. I'll never reach my destination, back to E, if I never try. So I will sail my vessel E to B till the river runs dry. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. B to A, till the river runs dry. To A, or E, excuse me, from A. And that's how you play the river. So let's recap. Intro is simply G, A, G, A, G, A, G, A, D. Don't forget the D sustain. That's basically you play that D chord, take the middle finger off and play that first string open, then put it back down on the second fret, first string. You can practice like that, but you're going to use it in a lot of songs. So it's pretty cool once you get the hang of that. So that's the intro, and that leads us to the verses. You know a dream is like a river. So D, D sustain to D, G, D, G. Don't forget the D with that F sharp in the bass. That's a cool chord to learn. E minor to A. And then it's just from there on out for the verses, just a D, B minor, G, D, A, D. And that's your verses. Chorus, you got two choruses in the key of D and one chorus and a half in the key of E. Chords to the chorus: D, D sustain D, G, D, G, D with that F sharp in the bass because we're walking down to the E minor A. So don't you D, G, try, so I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. A to D. Then you got the bridge. So let's recap the bridge real quick. So you start D with that little D sustain, and there's bound to be B minor, rough waters, to D, to G, with a good Lord, E minor to D with the F sharp in the bass, G, A. Then they stop the music. You can sing along. You can change the keys if you want. If not, stay in the key of D. But if you do change the E, you got for the final verse, E, A, E, A, E, F sharp minor, B, E, A, E, till the river runs dry. Till the river runs dry. And end it however way you like. As I always say in these videos, key change is optional. Just only if you want to play along to the record. You could keep that sucker in the key of D the whole way. I think it'll work if you're just sitting around playing or in your own band or something. But this song's hard to top when you're just sitting by a river or a campfire or something. Just playing that D sustain. Can't beat this song. Alright, so if you like this song, go ahead and hit that like button. If you hadn't already subscribed, I appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you can get all the latest guitar tutorials and country songs tutorials and lessons as soon as I publish them. And y'all keep humming and strumming. I'm Shane Thomas. Y'all take care. You know a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows, and the dreamer's just a vessel that follows where it goes, trying to learn from what's behind it, never knowing what's in store.